doing everything it can to get humanitarian aid into the region. Now, let's speak more on these issues with Syed Shehata from BBC Arabic. Now, Mr. Netanyahu saying that a ceasefire deal is close.
We heard that long time, since November last year, when the first and the last truce between Hamas and Israel was struck. The American President Joe Biden and other leaders said it's close, optimism, or whatever. But in recent days, it was reported that they agreed on some controversial issues, especially a potential buffer zone on the border between Israel and Gaza. In addition to that, the security presence of Israel in this area. More about the exchange of prisoners, Palestinian prisoners, and releasing hostages. But there is differences on the names of them, because one of the names is Marwan al-Barghouthi, one of the top leaders of Fatah, and he could be succeeding Mahmoud Abbas. So the Israeli again is that. So in addition to that, the withdrawal from the Philadelphia corridor, the border between Egypt and Gaza, Israel is still insisting to have presence on that. So there is a huge gap between the two sides, and even there is optimism, there is progress, 90% reached, but there are doubts even within the Israeli media. They doubt that because of Hamas would not accept for partial ceasefire because it was offered to them in October. They refuse it because they don't accept no withdrawal of the withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza before or within the negotiations. So still sticking points, and there is doubts to reach a deal before the end of the year.
Does explain why there's a delay. And just briefly, Israel admitting then for the first time that they did kill a Khania.
It is a big message for the Houthi, especially because the Houthi movement, they are the only headache for Israel right now. The Hezbollah is out of the equation. Syria is out of the equation. Iran more or less is out of the equation. So the only threat for Israel now is the Houthi drones and missiles, because a few days ago one of the missiles escaped and evaded the interception by the Israeli air defense and injured about 30 people. And there is reports in the last few hours there's another missiles from the Houthi was intercepted at that time on the space of Israel before reaching Israel. So Houthi are big threat for Israel. So they need to send them a message. They are going to reach them like what they reached Haniyeh and Nasrallah and Sinwar.
Syed, good to see you. Thank you very much, Syed Shehata from BBC Arabic.